What's going on, guys? Zach from TrailBuilt, and today we're talking about the age-old debate when it comes to getting a different vehicle, and that debate is, should you buy new or should you buy used? Let's get into it. If you guys are new, welcome to the TrailBuilt channel, and if you guys do find any information in today's video, or if you like it, feel free to hit that like button down below. That goes a long way for our channel. And before we get too far into today's video, if you guys are looking for wheels, tires, suspension, bumpers, winches, lights, whatever, we got it all over on our website at trailbuiltoffroad.com. Link is in the description. Starting off, obviously the biggest thing that we're going to be talking about is price, but don't worry, we're not going to talk about it now. We're going to save that just for a little bit later. So the first discussion point on the list is usage and reliability. Like we said before, this is just going to be a daily driver. So is this something that you're just going to be taking out on the weekends, or do you plan on taking this thing across the country, multiple trips a year, and putting it through its paces? That's going to be something that you're going to have to figure out. If you're just a weekend warrior, don't commute very far to work, maybe saving a little bit of money and getting something used is the way to go. On the other hand, if you commute more than the average person to your 9 to 5 and you have big expectations to go on these beautiful trips across the country, well, then maybe going with a newer, more reliable vehicle may be the better option. If you're thinking used is the way to go, make sure the vehicle obviously has a car history report. Maintenance records also is another huge thing to take a look at. And obviously if it's been in any major accidents or had any really frame damage or repairs, that's going to save you a lot of future headaches. Newer vehicles also come with their fair share of problems as well. Before driving a new vehicle off the lot, go ahead and do your research on that year, make, and model and see if there's any current recalls currently out there, or if any other owners are reporting unknown issues that maybe the manufacturer just isn't aware of. The next topic that we're going to be getting into is modifications. Now, for Wranglers, Gladiators, 4Runners, there's obviously endless amounts of aftermarket support out there when it comes to even a new, used, or just bone stock vehicle fresh off the lot. The decision is if you want those modifications immediately, or if that is something you're going to be doing over time. If you're looking to buy a used Wrangler, for example, typically you're going to run into one that has some aftermarket wheels and tires, maybe a small to medium sized lift on it, and other accessories, and obviously that's going to be factored into the seller's price. The same can be said for Tacomas and 4Runners as well. Dealerships and private sellers are going to add on quite a bit of money just because the vehicle is already built. Now, if you're someone who is completely new to the off-road or overlanding industry, not maybe know a lot about installing aftermarket parts, you don't have a lot of tools or even the necessary space to do so, then maybe buying a used vehicle that has these things already done is your best option. But if you're anything like us, you're going to want to put your own personal touches on this vehicle. If so, buying a vehicle that is already built may be more of a process than buying one that's stock and doing this modification process yourself. Plus, you're just going to have to assume that everything was installed properly. Now, there are obviously plenty of stock vehicles out there that you can find that are used with nothing done to them, so that's a blank canvas there, but we just wanted to present you guys with a bunch of different options. These next two topics are going to kind of blend into each other, but we're going to start off by talking about resale value. Yes, it's something you should consider, and I know it sounds a little bit weird to think about selling this vehicle before you even buy it, but obviously you're not going to hold on to this thing forever. All vehicles that we've mentioned before have insane resale value and are very, very popular, especially now with the overlanding and off-roading market expanding the way that it is. This is a good and a bad thing, meaning when it comes to sell your vehicle long down the road, you're probably still going to get a relatively good price for it. But if you do plan to buy one used, that means you may have to, fork over a little bit more and try not to overpay. I can't stress enough that doing your research is basically going to be the biggest factor on whether you find the right vehicle that you're looking for, and two, finding that one for a good price. Take my Wrangler, for example. It made way more sense for me personally to buy one brand new and eventually add on the wheels and tires and the lift that you guys see on there right now versus buying a used one and then basically having to redo this entire process of someone's built Jeep, since I'm just gonna want to do it myself anyway. Plus, since it's new, I figured I could squeeze a few more years out of the vehicle and then also have a higher resale value, assuming that this thing doesn't get trashed before I get rid of it. Now, like I mentioned before, if you're new or don't want to waste time on researching parts that'll fit or mess around with the installation process, then by all means, buying a used, lower mileage vehicle in good condition may just be your way to go. Last but certainly not least is pricing. And guys, we're gonna keep this section pretty short and sweet since everybody's price range is gonna be a little bit different. But regardless, if you're gonna be buying new or used, be sure to price shop and find the best deal possible. Now, I know that is much easier said than done, but if you're looking for a very specific vehicle with specific features, with specific mods, then that process is gonna become much more time consuming. But if you're willing to loosen up those search parameters just a little bit, you'll see those results grow and have a better chance at finding a better deal. All right, guys, so to wrap up this video, in short, be sure to understand exactly what you guys are gonna be using this vehicle for. Spending additional money on an overkill 4Runner is just gonna leave you with some buyer's remorse. It'll look badass, but when you end up overpaying, you know, it's gonna hurt you in the long run. And the same can be said with buying one that doesn't mount up to your expectations. You'll have that same exact feeling of that crappy buyer's remorse. Secondly, research any modifications that you'll ever think you'll want to do in the future. This will give you an idea of any extra money that you'll be sticking into this vehicle. And always be careful about pre-installed parts, as you never know how they were installed in the first place. Lastly, be sure to do your research and find the best deal for you. Whether that's buying new or used, be sure to find the perfect one. Take your time. You'll know it when you see it. If there are any tips that you guys have and want to share, leave them in the comments. You know where to find that section. That way we can all learn from each other and share our own experiences. As always, guys, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.